Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back for another Total War video with the Terminator. Today's video is on one of the most popular mods out there for Empire Total War. It's a mod I haven't covered yet, and it's one that everybody is impressed by whenever I talk to them. Next to Darthmod, next to Empire Total War 2 or Imperial Destroyer, this mod honestly is one of the most balanced. It has some great changes to battle and campaign AI as well. It's got a wide range of playable factions, including a sub-mod that unlocks all factions and some really great historical authenticity. So in this video guys, we're going to go through Imperial Splendour Rise of the Republic, including all the fantastic features you can expect from this mod, all the brand new changes that were just added in yesterday's major update, and at the end of the video, a quick installation guide for you to easily download and install the mod for yourself. By the end of this video guys, I guarantee you will have no choice but to get in there and check it out. So let's get started. So starting with the campaign side of things guys, we've got the start year of 1783, which is very interesting, and we've got 9 base game playable factions, including Britain, Denmark, Hanover, France, Prussia, Russia, Saxony, Sweden, and the US. And the latest update released yesterday actually does a lot of great work for Sweden specifically, and Russia and Denmark. So if you're going to get back into the mod, I definitely recommend you check out those factions first. It's also worth noting guys that there is an all factions unlocked submod, so you can download that really easily. I've dropped a link below in the video description, and that will unlock every single faction in the mod. Now, when you've chosen your faction guys and you get into the campaign map, the first thing you're going to notice is the updated UI, which is different from faction to faction with these unique emblems and the buttons. It looks really good. It's always a nice touch and well worth mentioning. The other major difference, of course, is that we have the start date of 1783, which means that every faction pretty much has updated start positions with new or less provinces to play with. So giving Great Britain as an example, you start with lots of territories in northern Canada, you start with 2 provinces in India versus 1, and obviously the European theater hasn't changed much either. But if you go into the diplomacy tab here, you can see there are lots of different factions and different, start positions for them as well. Like you've got the Habsburg dynasty here. They've got lots of different provinces across Europe. You've got the Maratha Empire, which has managed to essentially spread across India a bit more and win their war against the Mughal Empire. You've got the independent United States here on the east coast of America, and lots of new minor nations as well. You've got Dagestan, you've got the Durrani Empire, you've got Georgia, the Pashalik of Baghdad, and lots of really great factions to essentially bring this period to life and make the campaign a bit more interesting. It has to be said that one of the best features about mods like Imperial Splendour across most, major overhaul mods for Empire Napoleon is the level of attention to detail for each of these factions, down to, the buildings, to the unit rosters, to the characters, to even the building models on the campaign maps, the cities as well. I mean, look at Hanover, look at the unique building models and the kind of layout of the city here on the campaign. This is custom built guys, and that is true for a lot of different cities on the campaign map. And when you click on these cities, you've got brand new building cards, you've got unit rosters that are completely unique and recruitable that look really good with contextual, historically accurate descriptions as well. If you look at the government tab and look at the ministers, you'll find these brand new minister portraits that just look absolutely riveting. I mean, the immersion and engagement from a campaign gameplay point of view is really brought to life with attention to detail like this across every single faction guys, and the best part is they're all really well balanced as well. So this is one of the best features of Imperial Splendour from a campaign perspective. Now, when it comes to the battles, guys, battles in Imperial Splendour are definitely one of the best in Empire mods overall. I think there's been a massive amount of work to not only just create unit visuals that look engaging across the wide variety of new units across factions as well, which look really good. I mean, unit visuals are really nice in this mod, but also sound effects, visual effects, the accuracy of units, the damage effects, the stats of all these units. There's a fair amount of work as well on the AI and AI aggression, AI knowing how to use terrain and elevation as well, use various units and to their benefit and advantage. It's all just, it's just impressive, guys. From a battle perspective, Imperial Splendor compared to other mods that I played, like Darthmod, Empire Total War 2, definitely, Imperial Destroyer is a big one. There's just a massive amount of work that's gone into making battles balanced across every faction, have every faction be able to access various different types of units across the entire campaign as well through technologies, but also units that in these battles the AI uses aggressively and tactically as well. It's just a really, really nice thing to see in a mod like Empire, where AI is just not very good, but the aggression here, the tactical use of infantry and the cavalry and the artillery is just really, really impressive here in Imperial Splendor. Now, putting aside what to expect from the mod from a campaign perspective, from the gameplay features and the battles as well, there is a major update to talk about, guys, from Imperial Splendor. It was just released yesterday, and it adds some really, really fantastic things. It's called the Northern Wars Update. It does a lot of great changes to Sweden, Denmark, and Russia. Lots of sweeping changes to these factions, new start positions, new rosters, new buildings, new characters for these factions. The unit rosters of Austria, Spain, and Hanover has been completely updated. They look really, really, really good as well, especially from a battle visual perspective. There's been lots of additions to characters with new portraits, and they look absolutely amazing. 50,000 words worth of descriptions have been added to these characters. So there's been a lot of historical research that's gone into this side of the campaign as well. It's well worth appreciating from the mod team. So well done there. We've got new buildings, new building models that are in the campaign as well that look really good. We kind of went over them, but it's worth talking about here as well. New provinces have been changed over from faction to faction. We've got new music that's been added in across the entire mod, from the main menu to the campaign to the battles. Navies have gotten huge reworks with new ships that have been added in, like the HMS Victory and the Santissima Trinidad. It's just, there's been some sweeping changes here. It's all been years in the making, and it's all here for Imperial Splendor, and it all makes this mod absolutely worth going back into Empire to check it out. Finally, guys, we're just going to go through a very quick installation guide for installing Imperial Splendor. There's a very nice tutorial on the website as well if you want to use that to help you, but essentially it's very easy. You just need to download WinZip or WinRAR, which is an extraction program. You want to download the update file through Google Drive, MediaFire, or ModDB. If you have a previous version of Imperial Splendor, make sure it's uninstalled first before you install. And then what you want to do is extract the files and click on Imperial Splendor setup.exe. Once you've clicked this, it's going to launch the installation program. It's going to prompt you to find where Empire Total War is installed. You just have to find it on your computer, and then essentially just run the installation. Once it's done, it's going to open up Imperial Splendor, the kind of the program itself, which is really cool because you can switch between playing the mod and playing just Empire Total War unmodded, and that's essentially it. It's a very easy, only a few step installation process, guys. Overall, Imperial Splendor does a really, really good job of upping the immersion, the engagement, the historical accuracy, the balancing, the available replayable factions in the campaign, the fantastic battles. Everything here is really, really well done, and especially with the latest updates, it's well polished and refined as well. It's well worth getting back into to play Empire, and especially to try out Imperial Splendor. I've dropped all the necessary links in the video description, including the mod website, the ModDB page, the installation guide, and a link to the Discord server. If you have any questions and you want to speak to the mod developers directly as well, definitely drop by and say hello. I hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and found it informative. If you did, do give it a like and drop any thoughts or questions in the comment section below, and subscribe for more Total War content, gameplay, and news just like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.